Well, well. Hello, everybody. Salimah here from YogaVision. Today, we're going to get started with a different kind of class. It's going to be called a Kundalini Flow. And so, hope you have your mat and your blocks and your props and everything else that you need in order to practice. Just grab all of that, grab a friend, and get yourself onto your mat. We're going to start in a few moments. Nice to have you. Welcome to our live stream. So while you're waiting, and if you've got everything ready and you're all set to go, first thing to do would be to start to focus on your breath. So just take a few moments while we get ready for the class to begin. We have a couple of minutes to go, and time now to just get settled and get sorted, however way that works best for you. Oh, it's got to be over, yeah, it's about 12, 14, 15 years now, and teaching for about 12. And it's been a joy and a pleasure to go through the experience of taking on practices for 40 days, for learning about all the different kriyas, meditations, and even more of a pleasure and an honor and a privilege to be teaching all the time, now online as well as in the studio. So it's my pleasure to be with you this evening. Once again, my name is Salimah, yoga therapist, and welcome to YogaVision 108. We've been broadcasting live here on YouTube for the past few weeks, and we've done that in response to the social or physical distancing required to combat the virus of COVID-19. And it means that we have an opportunity to reach you wherever you are in the world. Some of you are watching from probably just around the corner, and others are watching from around the world. So Satnam to you, and thank you very much for being part of this online experience. We're learning new things every day. It's myself and a few core teachers from YogaVision, and we're happy to be with you because we know that a little bit of meditation and a little bit of yoga go a long way in helping to release stress, to sleeping better, to eating better, making better decisions about what we say and what we do. And so we're here, we're in it for the long run. And thank you again for sitting down and joining us for this next 40 minutes or so. So make sure that you have your mat and make sure that you have your props and your blocks. You might need them. Can't tell from here what you might need, but it's important that you have everything that you need to sit comfortably. And then please also remember to bring a water bottle and your friends. Thank you. Come on in. Broadcasting live from my home base, just 5 minutes down the street from YogaVision, and this is just about a minute to go. So as I mentioned, we're starting off today with something called a Kundalini Flow. We're experimenting with different types of movement styles, and in the past there's been quite a strong border between Kundalini Yoga and Hatha Yoga. Part of that for the purposes of turf. And now we are in a situation, all can come together. We can fuse lots of dynamic styles and stay integral to what we know about the teachings, what we love about the teachings, and then also to incorporate different kinds of movements so that the teachings can expand now. We are truly in the Aquarian age. The idea of hierarchy has fallen, and as you can see in world history and world politics, the idea has fallen, and we are equal creators in our present experience. And so here we go. We're going to now start to move a little differently and rearrange our practice a little bit so that we can stay fluid and balanced and rejuvenated. Okay, let's begin now. Sitting up tall and straight, focusing in between the eyebrows and slightly above. Maybe this is the first conscious breath you've been able to take today. Maybe it's your 7th or 10th or 100th, and that's top of your head. Thank you for those of you who are tuning in now. Appreciate your comments, and thank you very much for being with us. So relaxing now your inner thighs, relax your spine, relax your seated position. Maybe you shift a little bit from right to left and then forward and back, finding a way to sit comfortably so that you can be here, relaxed in the experience. Close your eyes now. Take a few long, deep breaths, inhaling, exhaling, slowly and completely, similar to your regular breath, but now we're doing it consciously. Let's start to introduce a cooling breath. This is called Sitali Pranayama. And Sitali Pranayama is done when you feel a little bit heated for whatever reason. Heated could be that you feel angry or upset. Could be that you have some indigestion or your stomach is inflamed in some way, your digestion is inflamed. And any type of inflammation equals heat. And so adding a little bit of cooling, which is what's going to happen in this breathing practice, allows all of that to come down just a little bit. So you can cool off a hot temper, you can cool off an inflamed digestive system or other kinds of inflammation that might be happening. Or maybe physically you're feeling very hot. You could be in a warm climate and that's causing a little discomfort. So let's begin that now. The Sitali Pranayama is done with the mouth, breathe through the mouth, through a curled tongue, and closing the mouth and then exhaling through the nose. Inhaling curled tongue through the mouth, closing the mouth and exhaling through the nose. And continue going on like that, inhaling through the mouth, closing the mouth, exhaling through the nose. I'm going to walk you through, so just close your eyes now and relax. Inhale through the mouth and exhale through the nose. Now, if your tongue doesn't curl, and there are quite a few of us where that doesn't work, you can simply make an O shape with your mouth. Draw the breath over your tongue and then exhale, relax through the nose. So inhaling through the mouth in a way that works best for you. O-shaped tongue, O-shaped mouth, or an O-shaped tongue. This is called Sitali Pranayama. We're here for just about another minute or so. And you might start to notice that your body is starting to cool. I can certainly feel it already. And you may start to feel a little bit of soothing or maybe a little bit of air releasing now because you're changing your digestive, the flow of oxygen. Next few rounds, quietly on your own. If you're just joining us, we're doing Sitali Pranayama, inhaling through the mouth, closing the mouth and exhaling through the nose. Cooling breath, cooling off anger, cooling off inflammation, cooling off temperature. Good. Inhale very deeply here. And through the nose, exhale. And relax. Good. I'm going to take a few moments now to stretch it out and prepare for tuning in for our practice. So extend your legs all the way out in front, give them a little shake, make sure that you have good flexibility and mobility throughout your feet. Point and flex your feet, point and flex, point and flex. Turn your toes in circles, go in one direction, and then go in the opposite direction, allowing a little bit more movement for the ankles. Turn your toes now, go counterclockwise one direction and clockwise the other direction. We're challenging the brain here. And then go in the opposite direction. So both feet go in wide circles, but in opposite directions. Good. Come all the way back to center. And we'll tune in with a long sut, short nam, sitting up tall and straight, focusing in between the eyebrows and slightly above. Closing your eyes now, leaning up against your spine. Feel the weight of your body against your spine so that you know you're sitting up tall and straight. Feel yourself pressed into the ground above you, and straighten up so that your the top of your head is towards the ceiling or the sky above you. Pressing your palms together, lifting the elbows slightly. Inhale, long sut, short nam. Sat Nam. Two more. Sat Nam. Last one. Sat Nam. Lighting our way with the truth of who we are, infinite beings. Relax your hands onto your knees. Take another moment here. Take a deep inhale. Set your intentions for today's practice. And through the nose, exhale. And we begin with Sufi grinds, inhaling as you circle all the way forward, exhaling as you roll all the way to the back. We're now starting a series of Kundalini Yoga warm-ups, and these warm-ups are designed to help to move energy through the spine, as well as to ensure that we have good warming up and good blood flow for the rest of our practice. I find Kundalini Yoga warm-ups really helpful in that way. They're very balanced. You can do all of these from a chair if you're sitting at a desk, or you're not able to get down on the ground. Please feel free to join in. Even if you're sitting on the couch, just join in, move a little bit. That's going to help you feel better, and it's going to help your immune system. It's going to boost your healings. So we're going all the way around, leaning all the way forward, to the left, all the way to the back, to the right. So big open circles. Good, last few seconds. Take a deep inhale, come all the way up to center, hold here, Sufi grinds. And then exhale, go in the opposite direction. Same movement, opposite direction. And so as you move now, make sure that you close your eyes, focus all the way in between the eyebrows and slightly above. This has a steadying impact. So as you move, you keep a centered location in your brain. That initial focal point is to concentrate the frontal cortex of your brain. And the frontal cortex is where our consciousness resides. We're here for our last few seconds. Inhale very deeply, come all the way up to center, hold still. And through the nose, exhale. Hands to the front of your legs. This is spinal flex. Inhale, coming forward, exhaling all the way to the back. Inhaling forward, exhaling all the way to the back. Welcome to all of you who are new to the practice and looking to experience and explore Kundalini Yoga. It's been a beautiful experience to invite a new style of practice, or one that's maybe a little lesser known in most places. Inhaling. Inhale deeply, come all the way up to center. Good. Exhale. Leave your hands on your knees now and dance your shoulders out. Let yourself be relaxed. If you've been sitting or driving today, this is a good idea to release. And even when you're off the mat, to give yourself to release any tension that may have crept up into your body. Rest your right hand down by your side. Take your left arm all the way up and over, moving from side to side. Here we're opening up the side body, allowing a little bit more movement. Now you go at your own pace. I might be going a little faster or slower than what you might be comfortable with, and please go your own way with the speed that feels best for you. Last two. And this is the last one. Good. And relax. Bring your legs way out in front. Make sure that you have good circulation here. Yep. And we'll do life nerve stretch. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Reach forward, grab onto your toes, your shins, or your knees. Wherever you can reach is perfect. And from here, inhale, so holding your hands down onto your body. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower down. Inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you lower down. And make this a pumping motion so that you have movement from your elbows and your lower move. The neck is relatively stable, and it's the chest and then the elbows and the lower back that are moving. Bring a solid breath here. Inhale deeply, come all the way up, and exhale. Good, nicely done. So we're separating the legs now. I'm taking a wide V-shaped position here, and you do the best that you can here to give yourself a wide angle. Wide angles do something a little different than a narrow angle. So we're holding steady here. If you're sitting on a prop or a bolster, you can come off of that now. Might help you to be flat on the ground. And from here, raising your arms all the way up. Elbows are hugging the ears. Turn towards your right side. Reach for the toes, the shins, or the knees, and then come all the way up to center. Turn and twist to the opposite side. And again, we're taking your pace, your time, and your breath to determine how quickly this movement takes place. Last one on each side. Come all the way up to stand, up to center, raising the arms all the way up, and then softly letting your arms come all the way down. From here, bring your legs back to center, so a narrow angle again, and bring your right foot over to the left side. So you're crossing your foot over your knee, and then just hugging in here. Take a deep inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time, take a deep inhale, hugging your knee towards your chest. Inhale, and exhale. Switching over, bringing the foot over the left foot over the right knee, hugging in here, holding your leg close to your body. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Coming back to center, we'll do a little bit more twisting. This allows all the any toxins in the body to come all the way out. And I'm sitting back a little bit so that you can see better here. Inhaling as you come all the way up. Bring your right hand, place it on your left knee, and then bring your left hand behind you. Take a deep inhale here, turn and twist. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Release, bring your hands all the way up. Take a deep inhale and hold your hands into fists. Inhale, squeeze, breath of life. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. And then turn and twist. Bring your left hand over to your right knee and then turn and twist. Look all the way over. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Come all the way back to center. Sitting here, bring your fingertips of the right hand into the center of your chest and start to tap. We're waking up the thymus gland. It's one of the master glands in the body. This gland has regulatory functions, so it regulates sleeping and eating in conjunction with all the other glands and hormones in the body. We're just waking everything up. Make it a firm tap, so as if you were rapping on the door or opening the heart, asking the heart to let you in. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Take a deep inhale now. And just relax your hand down and feel what's happened in these first opening movements. Assess and notice where you are now versus when you first sat down on the mat. And then also notice too at the end of our practice where you have arrived, where your journey has taken you to. And let's continue with our warm-ups now. Swing your legs around. We're coming all the way onto hands and knees. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see a little bit better. And from here, bringing yourself side to side. So flipping the hips from side to side. And then come all the way forward for hip rolls. Inhaling as you come forward. Exhaling as you roll all the way to the back. Inhale deeply, come to center, and then move in the opposite direction. Same exercise, opposite direction. Noticing here if you have a little bit more freedom on one side versus the other. Make sure and take care to press your hands down into the mat. Fingers are wide apart. Our 4-part flow now. This is part of the Kundalini Flow that we're experiencing and testing out here at YogaVision. You'll see lots of different teachers take on this practice in a slightly different way. So let's begin now. As you begin, bring yourself all the way down into child's pose. And then inhale, reach up and back. Open your heart. Exhale, bring your hands down, back into tabletop. Turn your toes over, lift your knees up. Downward facing dog. And then inhale, lower the knees. Exhale, back into child's pose. So let's do that a few times together. Inhaling as you reach up and back. Exhaling, tabletop. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, knees down. Inhale, child's pose. And we continue on with that movement now. Remember to breathe each time you move. This is what makes it a flow. Okay, find a rhythm that works for you. We're all going to be here for the same amount of time, and it doesn't matter how many of these that you actually flow through. What's important is that you joined in on the mat and you're doing something good for yourself and your body. Thank you for taking the time out. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, child's pose. Continue now, inhaling as you come up and back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Do 2 more rounds, inhaling as you come up and flowing through the postures. This is a powerful way to move the body, to get energy flowing. You may feel a little warmer now, and an opportunity for you to connect with your breath. And this is one of the powerful ways that yoga really works, is when we are starting to coordinate our breath and our movement, a lot of different body functions start to wake up. We're expanding the lungs, we're changing on our own accord, we're changing how the breath moves. And when we change how the breath moves, the brain changes as well. So continue on inhaling and exhaling through all of those 4 postures. I'm talking you through it so that you have a sense of what we're doing and why we're doing it. And then we'll make our way into a standing series. And that standing series will give you also similar benefits of movement and meditative experience. So last few rounds, please. When means one breath per movement. So it's a flowing style of yoga that a lot of people appreciate and can really relate to, and it gives us a little bit more aerobic type of work. So you can feel your heart beating, you can feel your body warming up, and all of those are amazing ways to also decompress and to allow some of the tension and toxins out of the body. So last two, and when you finish off, end up in child's pose. And in child's pose, relax here for a few moments while we catch our breath and make our transition into standing. So breathing and inhaling and exhaling completely with your forehead down to the mat. Taking a few moments to rest and to allow the body to absorb all the changes that we've experienced. And then come back into your tabletop position. We're going to make our transition here using downward dog. Turn your toes over, lift your knees up, coming into downward dog. And then roll your feet out so that you feel a good stretch on the back of the body. We've been here quite a bit now, and here we can start to stretch out. So pedaling your feet, keep the toes on the ground, lift one heel at a time. One heel at a time. You can feel the stretch in the back of your body. Inhale, lift the right leg all the way up, and then lower down. Do the same thing on the left side, lift up, and then lower down. We'll do that one more time on each side, creating a little bit more movement and strength in the upper body. Good. And from here, walk towards your fingers so that you stay in a forward fold. Relax here, relax the neck, relax the shoulders, relax. Grab onto opposite elbows, and then very slowly come all the way up to standing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bring the shoulders all the way up. And exhale, lower the shoulders all the way down. Good. So take a moment now and come to steadiness here on your mat. Feel the ground below you. And bring all 4 corners of your feet down. So lift and lower your big toes. Lift and lower your baby toes and settle them down. Lift your heels up just a little bit and settle all 4 corners of your heels down so that you're anchored. Take a few breaths now. This is called central channel breathing. It comes from the practice of moving energy. And as you do this, inhale and feel the inhalation coming in through the base of your feet, from your feet first, the earth first. And then squeeze root lock, squeeze anus, sex organs, navel center. Squeeze your heart, squeeze your throat, your third eye. And as you exhale now, exhale through the top of your head. Good, and now we reverse that. Bring the energy in from the top of your head. Inhale. Squeeze your third eye. Look towards the center of your forehead. Squeeze your throat, your heart, your belly, your sex organs, and your anus. And exhale all the air down to the ground. Good. And then reverse. Inhale. Breathing from the feet, connecting with the Mother Earth. And squeeze root lock. Squeeze anus, sex organs, navel center, your heart, your throat, your third eye. Exhale upwards and outwards. And then from all the space in the galaxy, bring it all in. Inhale from the top of your head. Squeeze your third eye. Squeeze your throat, your heart, your navel center, sex organs, anus. Exhale all the way out through the bottom of your feet. One more time. Inhale, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Exhale up. Inhale, squeeze. Squeeze, 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 and exhale all the way up. Take a moment. Good, and relax. Pick yourself up. Coming into a balancing posture here. Just priming the body. Balance changes over time, so this is something that you want to do on a regular basis. so that you can keep that solid footing on the ground. So from here, we're looking down forward about 6 feet in front of you. Shift your weight onto your left foot, pick up the right foot, place it against your ankle. That's option number 1. Option number 2, against your knee, underneath your knee, or and settle in here. Just being with the wobbles and the shakes. This is where the actual work is happening. So if you're holding steady, then maybe you can bring your foot up a little bit. Maybe if you're bouncing around a little bit too much more, you can drop your foot down just a little bit. Good. And then release, let it go, relax. Moving on to the opposite side now. So same thing, focus your gaze, shift your weight, bring your left foot up and place it against your ankle. This is option number 1. Option number 2, up a little bit higher. And then option number 3 is above the knee. So stay away from the knee itself. You want to be holding either under the knee or above the knee. Okay, higher up of the foot doesn't make any difference. Doesn't mean that you're better or that your practice is not as good if you have to keep it down. And you notice that I'm tottering around a little bit here. And that's totally fine, totally fine. What is important is the practice of coming into the space of balancing. You know, as children we learn to balance, and then as older adults we often lose our balance. So somewhere in between, just around now in our lives, is a good time to start practicing. All right, so let it go now, let it go, and release. Relax all of that down. So here now in a standing posture, we'll do a series of 4 movements, and those movements will take us through also a flow. So I'll get us started, and then at some point I'll quiet down so that you can start to focus in and do the practice on your own. So we'll begin now with squats. So 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower your hands down, lower your head towards the knees, and here bounce 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come all the way up. Step forward. Archer pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back. And on the opposite side, archer pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me break that down for you. Archer pose, standing on your mat, bringing your right foot forward, your right arm up, pulling back as if you were pulling on a bow, and then doing 5 bounces here with your knee. 3, 4, 5, and then lower down. We're taking the same approach on the opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back to center, and then reaching the arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And relax. So remember, you're going at your own pace. Remember that what you do and how you do it, one in the privacy of your own home, is perfectly fine. Maybe there's no bouncing. Maybe. So we'll start a few rounds together, and then as you get the hang of it, and as we get moving, you may find that your pace is a little bit different from what I might be doing here. And remember, this is one body and you have another, and there are many, many more, and everyone's a little differently. So let's begin now. So coming up into our posture, 5 bounces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lowering down, head towards the knees, bounce here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come all the way up. Stepping forward, archer pose, pulling back as if you were pulling on a bow. Lean in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back. Opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Okay, and let's see how we do together. All right, let's do that again. So all the way up, 5 bounces. And then lowering the chest down. And then come forward. And then opposite side. Good, and then backwards. Good. All right. So let's take from here, coming all the way down, and just hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then tip all the way back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back. Stepping forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step back and reach up. 2, 3, hold. So without any pulsing, without any bouncing, your choice. And then deep dive. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stepping forward. 2, 3, 4, 5. Step back. Step forward. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come all the way up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So you take your option now. You can bounce or you can do it without the bouncing. Let's begin. Two more rounds. Last round. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stepping forward. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a moment here, a grounding breath. Inhaling from the base of your feet and exhaling all the way up through the top of your head. And then reverse, inhaling from the top of your head, exhaling all the way down through the base of your feet. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep the energy downwards. And exhale. And release. Good. So we've done our floor work, we've done our standing work, and now a little bit of work now for the midsection of the body, including the pelvic floor. So from here, settling down into a squatting posture. So placing your palms together, holding here, making a smooth transition. We're going to end up from here down onto our bellies, onto the stomach. So make sure that you have space on your mat. Make sure you have room to stretch out. Good. Bring your fingertips down and roll your knees forward. And then push yourself around so that you're lying onto your mat. Good. And here, lying down on your mat, I'm going to adjust the camera so you can see me. Sorry about that. There we go. Sorry about that. Live TV, folks. Lying down on your back. Lie down on. Extend your arms all the way out in front of you and just give your back legs a little flutter. Lower your legs down and give your arms a little flutter. Good. And then from here, bring your belly button towards the spine. Make sure that you feel tucked in and soft. Here, lift on your left leg. Inhale up and lift. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up and exhale down. Do the same thing on the opposite side. Lift opposite arm and opposite leg. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, lower down. Flutter your legs. Flutter, flutter, flutter. And now this time, make a pillow with your hands and lift your legs all the way up. Lift up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale, lower down. Same thing now. Leave the bottom of your body glued and lift up on your upper body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands all the way down by your sides. Make a pillow with your hands and rest here for just a moment. Bring your hands down by your sides. Press your palms into the ground and lift up into Cobra. Hold here, 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Let's begin the flow part now. So extending your arms all the way out. So we're warmed up a little bit, giving ourselves a sneak preview of what's to come. And so now, inhale, lift opposite arm and opposite leg, and exhale down. Inhale, opposite arm, opposite leg, exhale down. Inhale, lower body, exhale. Inhale, upper body, and exhale. We'll do that 5 times in total, so we have 4 more to go. Inhale, opposite, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. Inhale, opposite. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Opposite. Last one. Pillow with your hands and lay your cheek down by your side. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. And from here, we're rolling all the way back up into child's pose. Sit back into child's pose for a moment. You'll notice they have a little bit more More tension to release, that's perfect. Go ahead, relax, release. And then come all the way back up. You're going to come onto your mat. And from here, do a little bit of work to lower down into Shavasana. So here we go, lifting up, coming onto your buttocks, lifting the feet up just a little bit off the mat. So hovering the mat, hovering your feet over the mat, hold arms down. And here you can keep both legs down if your body says no thank you, or you can lift it up, or you can bring one more angle up and you can bring your shins parallel to the ground. From here, slowly to a count of 5, come all the way down to your Shavasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Relax here. Last 2 stretches before you go. I'm going to sit up, but you stay lower down on your mat. Bring your knees to your chest and hug your knees in for a moment. Good. And then bring your hands onto opposite knees. Your hands onto your knees and turn your knees in circles in opposite directions. So your hands are coming together and then rolling apart. This is softening the hips. Good. And then bring both legs to center, arms down by your sides, and relax your knees down to the left, back to center, and then relax down to center. And then finally come all the way down onto your back for a deep relaxation. Relax your hands down by your sides. Bring your toes to the corners of the mat. And give yourself a mental command to relax, to release. Let the ground below you support you. Close your eyes, soften your jaw, separate your teeth, and relax here. Scan your body from the base of your feet all the way up to the top of your head. And if you're holding or gripping and you can notice where that might be, start to relax that part of your body. Relax, relax, relax. Whatever has happened in the day so far, it's well behind you now. And whatever you are planning for the rest of your day or your evening, it's still yet to unfold. So let's take these precious moments together. Deep inhale here. Squeeze all your muscles. Inhale, squeeze, tense, tense, tense. And through the nose, exhale, let it go. Inhale, squeeze, tense everything, your hands, your feet, your fists. And exhale, let it go. And now turn your hands in circles. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, turn your wrists in circles. Turn your ankles in circles, turn, turn, turn. Bring your hands together, rub, rub, rub. Bring the bottoms of your feet together at the same time, rub, rub, rub. Creating some friction. Drop your feet down onto the mat. Rub your hands a little faster. And then bring your warm hands over your closed, over your heart, over your open heart. Let the heat of your hands warm your chest. Remind you that you are open, remind you that you are present. Float your hands away from your chest. Bring your arms around your knees And then start to rock and roll up and down, back and forth onto your seated position. So here's a good time to grab a cushion or a block. I'm going to grab mine and pull it a little bit closer so I have a little bit of a rest here in terms of sitting posture, sitting up tall and straight, and really feel yourself aligning from the base of your spine all the way upwards. Today's meditation is for focus and for sweetness. Bring your left hand down by your sides, palm is facing up, and with the four fingers of your right hand, feel for the pulse in your left wrist. And the best way to do this is to look for the pulse on your thumb side. So close to the center of your wrist and then towards the side where your thumb is. And then gently close your eyes and focus in on this beating of your heart. And I promise you have a heartbeat. It might take a couple of moments to find it, but I promise you have it. Use all four fingers. And then we'll come back to that original mantra that we started with, which was Sat Nam. So what mantra, Sat Nam, silently to the beat of your own heart. So this is what mine sounds like. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. And now I'm going to turn all of that sound inward. So very quietly in my own mind, focusing on this meditation for focus and sweetness. The mantra Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam to the beat of your own heart. Jaw is soft, your eyes are turned to the center of your forehead, and continue on with that mantra, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. However your heart is beating, it's a powerful way to connect with your heart. If you're pregnant and you've been watching this video, last few moments. Inhale very deeply. Keep your hands in place for just a moment. And then softly separate your hands so that they're on separate knees. And see if you can still tune in to the sound of your heart or the feeling of your heartbeat under your fingertips. Beautiful. We end our practice now with the long Sat, short Nam. Closing the same way we started, 3 long Sat, short Nams, and then we'll ground ourselves to end off our practice. So sitting up tall and straight, sit with a spine of steel and a heart of gold. Inhale very deeply. Sat. Bring your forehead and your hands to the ground. Closing off the energy of our practice. It's been a pleasure to be with you here today. My name is Salimah, yoga therapist, and broadcasting from home today. And this is YogaVision renewed, refreshed, and from my home base to your home base, wherever you are. It's a journey that we're all taking together to figure out how do we stay connected, and then how do we also use this time to the best of our advantage to take those next steps in who we are and how we are. I wish you love and peace and healing and joy in the journey of discovery. And I look forward to having you back next time. You'll see lots of the teachers from YogaVision here online, broadcasting live. Feel free to like and subscribe, share this around with your friends and your networks. And if you feel so inclined, I know we would all appreciate it. Send through a donation so that we know that our work makes a difference in your world. Lots of love to you. Salimah, yoga therapist, YogaVision Center. Broadcasting live. I'll see you next time.